Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone. I am back here with another TV show seasons physical media update where I'll be going over all the seasons of television that I own on DVD, Blu-ray, and the few that I own on 4K. In the past 3 to 4 months, I've actually purchased a lot more seasons of television. Now, whether I watch them or not, who knows? But I have them if I want to watch them and don't want to pay for a streaming site for the time period that the show will take me. So this may be a long video with the tendency of rambling that I do. I'm not going to give spoilers. What I'll do is I'll show the TV show season, and then if I've seen it, maybe give a score out of 10 of what I think the series is. So be on the lookout for that. In the description, I'll put my link to my Instagram page as well as my link on my Letterboxd account where you can see the scores that I give for new release movies. And every once in a while, I'll put like a sentence or two of what I thought about the movie. Like the movie The Substance, one of the most wild movies of 2024. So check out that, follow me, and I'll, of course, follow you back. And I know not a lot of people have a Letterboxd account. I strongly recommend it just to keep track of the movies that you watch. Now, I only do my new releases on there. I should probably create another account to do, like, older movies that I watch on a regular basis. Like, I just watched all the Halloween movies. I just watched all the Friday the 13th movies. So, follow me. I'll follow you back on there. Send me any questions through Instagram. Obviously, leave your comments in the comment section as well. Now, at the time of this recording, which technically it's not Christmas, it's actually December 1st, I'm really far into Better Call Saul as well as The Big Bang Theory. I'm on the last season of The Big Bang Theory and the 5th season of Better Call Saul, which there's one more after season 5. I'm going to need some new shows to watch, obviously. Now, if you see a show in this video and you want to hear me talk about it on a regular basis, make sure you leave that in the comment section. Obviously, a show that I haven't covered before, or if I did cover it, it was a long time ago, and obviously my style has changed on YouTube. Like, people have been asking me I should do Game of Thrones again. I mean, I can. I'm a fan of Game of Thrones. It's one of my top 5 shows of all time. I just don't want to cover something that I've already covered. I've already done that with Lost and Dexter. Speaking of Dexter, can't wait for Dexter Original Sin, and of course, Dexter Resurrection. But leave your comments in the comment section with your thoughts on the collection of physical media I have for TV shows, as well as any thoughts of shows that you want me to cover, especially ones in this video. That way it's easy for me to cover them. And if you want to see my previous physical media TV show seasons video, click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. That will be the playlist for my TV show seasons. And on January 1st, which right now it's technically December 1st, I'll be uploading my physical media collection for movies. All the ones I have on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. Now that video will be probably 7 to 8 hours long. I get it. It's going to be a long video. Obviously, I try to move along with those type of videos. I don't try to ramble as much as I can, but I might. So set some time aside for like a week to watch like an hour a day if you can. If you can't, I get it. We're busy. But just be on the lookout for my TV shows, my movies that I own. All of them, all 1,043 as of this moment, which I'll be recording that video probably, I don't know, December 20th, 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, somewhere around there, ready for the upload on January 1st. So what I'll do for this video, I'll show the seasons that I have of the television show series, which usually I have them all, and then I'll try to rate it if I've seen it out of 10. But I won't give any spoilers, and if I have a story about it, I'll try to quickly tell the story. But with all that said, let's get started with the TV show seasons that I own. Starting things off, The 100. A pretty good show on the CW. That's Season 1 on Blu-ray. Season 2 of The 100 on Blu-ray. Season 3 of The 100 on Blu-ray. Season 4 of The 100 on Blu-ray. Season 5 of The 100 on Blu-ray. Season 6 of The 100 on Blu-ray. And Season 7, the final season of The 100 on Blu-ray. This was a really good show. I feel like The 100, it dropped the ball after the 5th season. The 6th season and the 7th season weren't as good, although I've only watched them one time, but I didn't enjoy them as much. But out of 10, I would probably give The 100 either a 6 or a 7. probably a 7 because the show was really good. And once I started watching it, I was actually watching it while I was at work when I could, obviously, when I was on lunch and breaks and stuff like that. That's how into the show that I was that's how into it I was. And the show is on Netflix, at least that I know of, but I own it, of course. Next up, we have Banshee Season 1 on Blu-ray, Banshee Season 2 on Blu-ray, Banshee Season 3 on Blu-ray, Banshee Season 4, the final season on Blu-ray. So Banshee is a show that was recommended to me, well, in a video by Cody Leach, the great Cody Leach, in his last physical media video that he did that was really long. He did all of his movies and all of his TV show seasons. He says if there's one TV show that you should watch, it's Banshee. It's really good. It's with Anthony Starr. I don't want to go into details about the show, but it's pretty good. It's on Max. I would highly recommend that you watch Banshee if you get a chance to do so. I would give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. And it doesn't go on too long. It's only 4 seasons and then it's done. Next up, we have the complete series, all 6 seasons of Better Call Saul. Obviously, I'm covering the show right now. I believe I'm on Season 5, Episode 4, and I'd already seen the show. Better Call Saul is awesome. It's not as good as Breaking Bad, in my opinion, at least at the moment, but it's pretty solid, and I would give the show a solid 8.5 out of 10. So check out Better Call Saul, especially if you haven't seen it yet, or if you've seen Breaking Bad, and it's just amazing. It's good. Hopefully the Dexter Original Sin prequel series will live up to what Better Call Saul has for Breaking Bad. Highly unlikely, but hey, one can hope. Next up, we have Beverly Hills 90210 on DVD, Season 1. Beverly Hills 90210 Season 2 on DVD. Beverly Hills 90210 Season 3 on DVD. Beverly Hills 90210 Season 4 on DVD. 90210 Season 5 on DVD. Beverly Hills 90210 Season 6 on DVD. Beverly Hills 90210 Season 7 on Blu-ray, or on DVD. I'm sure you're about to cancel me with all my love of Beverly Hills 90210. I'll explain. Season 8 of Beverly Hills 90210. Season 9 of Beverly Hills 90210. And Season 10 of Beverly Hills 90210. So this show, I started watching when it aired in, I believe, 1990. I don't know why. I just watched it. And then I just continued to watch it. I enjoyed it. Now, obviously, toward the end there, it got a little stale. I would give 90210 a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's got some good moments on it. I guess I kind of lived vicariously through those characters, I guess. I don't know. My life wasn't as entertaining. It still necessarily isn't that great entertaining right now. But I was just a big fan of that. I'm trying to make sure that these don't fall over, which I think they did in my last video that I did of this. So, I don't know if I'll ever watch 90210 again. And I actually bought all the seasons of Beverly Hills 90210 right before Luke Perry died. So rest in peace, Luke Perry. Rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. But I got it before the prices on it skyrocketed. So, yeah, I'm happy that I was able to purchase the series. But again, I don't know if I'll ever watch it again unless a bunch of you say that I should and review it on YouTube. Big Bang Theory Season 1 on DVD. Big Bang Theory Season 2 on DVD. Big Bang Theory Season 3 on DVD. The Big Bang Theory Season 4 on DVD. The Big Bang Theory Season 5 on DVD. The Big Bang Theory Season 6 on DVD. The Big Bang Theory Season 7 on Blu-ray. Yay, Blu-ray. It's the way to go. The Big Bang Theory Season 8 on Blu-ray. I hate this season. Penny got short hair and I didn't like it. Season 9 of Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. Season 10 of The Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. Season 11 of The Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. And Season 12, the 12th and final season of The Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. So I started watching The Big Bang Theory because I saw Kaylee Cuoco on screen. And I continued watching the show because of her and Leonard and Sheldon. So Leonard, Sheldon, and Penny were the reasons why I watched the show. I'd say the show is a 7 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I know the earlier seasons were much better. The later seasons are just kind of rehashing things, but it's still mildly entertaining. And if you're looking for a comedy, I would recommend, obviously, watching The Big Bang Theory. All right, I got one more season of television shows in this little corner here, and then I don't have to have this weird angle to reach around. So, the complete series of Boy Meets World on DVD, all 7 seasons of this show. And I've watched episodes here and there of Boy Meets World. I probably only watched 30 episodes total, and I watched a couple episodes of the Girl Meets World show that they had, where all the cast essentially came back as well. I like the show from what I've seen of it, and I would cover it on this channel because it's mostly a comedy, but there's obviously some drama. I think Danielle Fishel is absolutely gorgeous. That would be one reason to watch the show. Danielle Fishel, of course, that plays Topanga Lawrence on the show. So, or Topanga Lawrence Matthews. Maybe her name was Lawrence beforehand. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen any of Boy Meets World, aside from the new show that came out of it. But I would give it, from what I've seen, a 6.5 out of 7. But maybe that's a higher. Maybe that should be a little bit higher. It just depends if I ever rewatch it. Got some good characters, and I've actually met Ryder Strong before, so that's always a plus too. Next up, we have one of my favorites. Breaking Bad Season 1 on Blu-ray. Breaking Bad Season 2 on Blu-ray. Breaking Bad Season 3 on Blu-ray. Breaking Bad Season 4, the most amazing season, on Blu-ray. Breaking Bad Season 5A on Blu-ray. And Breaking Bad Season 5B on Blu-ray. There was a gap in between the seasons. They should have just done season 6, but there was a year before the next part of the season came out. Breaking Bad is amazing. It's an awesome show. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. And essentially, you know what? I'm going to give Breaking Bad, I'm going to stick with 9.5 out of 10 because some of the characters really got on my nerves. That's my complaint for Breaking Bad. Amazing show, to say the least. Next up, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1 on DVD. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2 on DVD. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3 on DVD. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 4. Buffy Season 5. Buffy Season 6. And Buffy Season 7, the final season, on DVD. Never seen it. Never watched any episodes of it. It was for like $29.99 on Amazon at one point, and I just decided, well, fuck, $29.99 to own a whole series of 7 seasons of a TV show. I'll buy it. Do I think I'll ever watch it? No, but if a lot of you say, hey, you should watch Buffy, I want to hear you review it, I would definitely strongly consider doing that. Might be after Stranger Things coverage is over with. But we'll see. We'll see where things are. We'll see, where I am, once I record more videos and have the upload schedule, which obviously many of you know my upload schedule. I have videos a month and a half in advance already ready to go. So I'm way ahead, and that's how I like to keep it. I don't like to make a video a day and not have a video ready for tomorrow. So Buffy, good show though. I like it. Cobra Kai Season 1 on Blu-ray. Cobra Kai Season 2 on Blu-ray. Cobra Kai Season 3 on Blu-ray. Cobra Kai Season 4 on Blu-ray. Cobra Kai Season 5 on Blu-ray. Cobra Kai is an awesome show. I'm a big fan of Cobra Kai. As far as the score of it, I would give it, we'll give it an 8 out of 10. Obviously, I've watched the first 10 episodes of Season 6, the final season of Cobra Kai, with 5 more to go on sometime in 2025. I know I didn't do reviews for the last 5 episodes yet. I'll get around to doing that. I just don't like to do 2 videos in one day, and that's what I'm going to have to do for that. And when I do 2 videos in one day, most of the time that will affect the views on those videos. So that's why I haven't done that yet, because I've been so far ahead. And I watched it, I just haven't done reviews of it. But Cobra Kai, pretty awesome and amazing show. Desperate Housewives Season 1 on DVD. Desperate Housewives Season 2 on DVD. Desperate Housewives Season 3 on DVD. Desperate Housewives Season 4 on DVD. Desperate Housewives Season 5 on DVD. Season 6 of Desperate Housewives. Season 7 of Desperate Housewives on DVD. And Season 8, the final season of Desperate Housewives on DVD. So I watched the first 2 seasons of this show, and I watched a half of Season 3. I liked the show. I just kind of stopped watching it, and that's where I'm at. I still have the disc for Season 3 on my stand, which accumulates dust on a monthly basis, and I have to wipe the disc off. Yeah, it's a good show. I think I read ahead a bit on the show, and then for some reason I just kind of got disinterested in it. Now, if I was covering it on the channel, it would be a different thing, and I would definitely do it. Someday, hopefully, I go back to doing Desperate Housewives, at least watching what finishing the show since I bought it. But as far as the score of the show, I think 7.5 out of 10 for what I watched of the show is reasonable for Desperate Housewives. I love when I can talk about one of my favorites, Dexter, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Dexter, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Hey, Season 2 on my background. Love Season 2. Dexter, Season 3 on Blu-ray. Dexter, Season 4 on Blu-ray. This is one of the most amazing series of television, period. Dexter Season 4 is amazing. Dexter Season 5 on Blu-ray, the legendary Crazy Coffee Man's favorite season of Dexter. Pretty good, too. Dexter Season 6 on Blu-ray. Dexter Season 7 on Blu-ray. Dexter Season 8 on Blu-ray, which we thought was the final season, but we know that's not anymore. And Dexter New Blood on Blu-ray. Dexter is awesome. I'm going to give Dexter a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, I could give it a 10 out of 10, but there's Season 6. And then there's the ending of New Blood, and some people would say the ending of Season 8, but I'm more of a defender of the ending of Season 8. I know it's got problems, but I like it way more compared to at least what we thought was going to be the end from Dexter New Blood. And obviously, many of you know that Dexter is one of the most popular things on my channel, especially when there's new Dexter content. So I'm looking forward to covering Dexter Original Sin, and very much looking forward to covering Dexter Resurrection, and come back to the channel for reviews for those. And I'll probably do Dexter season reviews leading up to Dexter Resurrection in the summer, just to be on the lookout for that. Doom Patrol Season 1 on Blu-ray, and that's all I have of that. I watched a few episodes of it. I thought it was okay, just not a show that I went back to. Fear the Walking Dead Season 1 on Blu-ray. Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 on Blu-ray. Fear the Walking Dead Season 3 on Blu-ray. Pretty awesome season, by the way, Season 3. Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 on Blu-ray. Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 on Blu-ray. Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 on Blu-ray. Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 on Blu-ray. And Fear the Walking Dead, the 8th and final season on Blu-ray. I have a love-hate relationship with Fear the Walking Dead. Some of it's really good, and most of it's really bad. But I did watch every episode. Not every week it aired. There would be times where I'd watch the new episodes live, and then there'd be a time where I'd skip like 3 episodes and then watch them all in one sitting. I think the show has potential. They killed off too many people right away in the show, but I'll give the show a 5.5 out of 10, with Season 3 being a 10 out of 10. Season 3 is pretty awesome. It's not Dexter Season 4, but it's pretty awesome. But Fear, yeah, it was watchable at times, but like Season 5 and Season 4, some of that shit was just awful. The Following Season 1 on Blu-ray. The Following Season 2 on Blu-ray. And The Following, which ended up being the final season, unfortunately, on Blu-ray. The Following was a really good show. I really liked it. It had Kevin Bacon in it. Obviously, you can see by the picture Kevin Bacon's in it. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It just kind of ended because it got canceled, and I felt like there was more story to tell, although it was going to shift a little bit. But I liked The Following. Last time I checked, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, though, but Following, Pretty awesome show. That's why I don't like streaming. You never know when things are going to drop off of streaming. Like, actually, Breaking Bad is going off of Netflix in January at some point, in case none of you knew that. So make sure you watch all of Breaking Bad. Of course, it'll be on something else, but it's going off of Netflix. Like Dexter and Lost went off of Netflix, but now they're back. Yay! All right, next up we have all 10 seasons of the show Friends, which I've watched one episode of. So I watched the first episode of Friends, and when the live audience kept laughing, I wasn't laughing. I'm like, that's not funny. Maybe it was just me that day, but I know somebody that really loves Friends. It's her favorite show of all time, at least that to my knowledge. And maybe someday I'll watch the rest of it, which I don't know if it's going to happen, though. But Friends is a good show to most. For me, the first episode wasn't funny, and the audience, the studio audience, kept laughing as my focus is getting off on this. But whoop. So far, I haven't dropped anything. From Season 1 on Blu-ray, from Season 2 on Blu-ray, and I have watched from Season 3. These are actually Japanese imports. If you see on there, it's got stuff in Japanese. Just take the subtitles off and it's fine. I'm a big fan of From, especially when I factor in Season 3. The first 2 seasons had really good moments, and then they had kind of a slow moments, but I would score From an 8 out of 10 at this moment. It's like Lost to a degree, but I'm a big fan of From, and obviously I cover it on this channel. All right, a lot of you like this show. Game of Thrones Season 1 on Blu-ray. Game of Thrones Season 2 on Blu-ray. Game of Thrones Season 3 on Blu-ray. Game of Thrones Season 4 on Blu-ray. Game of Thrones Season 5 on Blu-ray. The Amazing Game of Thrones Season 6 on Blu-ray. These big boxes, I don't like them. Game of Thrones Season 7 on Blu-ray. And lastly, Game of Thrones Season 8 on 4K. Surprisingly. And this is actually a steelbook, which I didn't mean to buy, and I'd rather get this replaced with something else. I'm not as critical towards Season 8 of Game of Thrones, but it's definitely got some issues. I think Game of Thrones is an amazing show. You just kind of got to get through some of it. Like the beginning of it, some of it's boring, but Game of Thrones to me is a 9 out of 10. It's pretty awesome. It's just kind of confusing the places they're at, and then the character names are weird, and I don't like when I can't pronounce character names, which on Game of Thrones I'm pretty good with. But like some shows, it's like, what? But you know, it's an awesome show, and some of it is just amazing to look at. The complete series of The Good Place on Blu-ray. I think it's 4 seasons, if I remember correctly. I don't recall, though. It is, yes, 4 seasons. Pretty awesome show with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell, amongst other people, but it's really funny. If you want a comedy, it has some mystery to it as well, but it's a pretty solid show, and it made me laugh, and I wouldn't actually mind covering it on the channel. I would say it's a strong 7.5 out of 10 if I ranked the entire series. Hannibal Season 1 on Blu-ray. Hannibal Season 2 on Blu-ray. Hannibal Season 3 on Blu-ray. So on Hannibal, I've been watching this off and on the past couple months. So I'll watch a few episodes and then I'll watch a movie series. Like I started watching it, then went to the Halloween franchise ranking, then started watching it again, and then went to the Friday the 13th movies to rank those. And I like the show, but I have a hard time staying awake. I doze off literally every episode. I like it. It's just, for some reason, it's not keeping me awake. So right now I'm in the middle of I just started Season 2 of Hannibal, and it's pretty solid. Again, I just can't seem to stay awake during the show for whatever reason. But I do plan on finishing it, but so far I give Hannibal a 7.5 out of 10, probably an 8. It's pretty awesome. For that, the quality of the show and like what they show on the show, to have the things that they do in the show, what was on network television, is pretty freaking amazing, if you ask me, as I need to get a little bit of water in my system. Never can go wrong with good old Aquafina. Should get Aquafina to sponsor the channel. Anyway, Homeland Season 1 on Blu-ray. Homeland Season 2 on Blu-ray. Homeland Season 3 on Blu-ray. Homeland Season 4 on Blu-ray. Homeland Season 5 on Blu-ray. And then Homeland Season 6 on Blu-ray. I believe there's 1 or 2 more seasons of this. I watched the first 3 seasons of Homeland. I thought it was really solid. I would give those first 3 seasons an 8 out of 10. Just off the top of my head. Maybe it's even a higher score. But from what I remember, it's been a while. Then I started watching Season 4. And like 4 episodes into it, the whole show changed after Season 4 or after Season 3. And it wasn't as entertaining. Maybe someday I'll go back and watch it, because I liked Homeland, at least the start of it. And maybe I can get past the change of the plot in Homeland. But yeah, it was good the first 3 seasons. And then I don't know how good it gets, but I didn't like what they did after Season 3. All right, we got another stack of movies here. Well, I got lots of stacks of movies here. The Last of Us, Season 1 on 4K. Love that they have a 4K release of a TV series. Obviously, that's all that they've released thus far. Season 2 comes out in 2025. Pretty big fan of The Last of Us, even though I didn't play the video games. I just know that people love the show, or the game, and they watch the show. Like the good old Cody Leach, with his talk of The Last of Us, that made me want to watch it. But I thought the trailer for The Last of Us was absolutely amazing. So I definitely wanted to watch it myself. Brea Season 1 on Blu-ray. Brea Season 2 on Blu-ray. And Brea Season 3, the final season, on Blu-ray. I think the first season of Brea was really solid. Season 2 was okay. And then, unfortunately, Season 3, in my opinion, dropped the ball big time. As a score for a show, though, I'd probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. There's a lot of errors in the show. You know, it's not a solid show from beginning to end like Lost, but it had some really good moments. And, you know, yeah, I liked it, though. I was entertained by it, and it's only 3 seasons. I wish Season 3 would have went a different route. I wish they would have, one of the main characters isn't hardly in Season 3 at all. And I think that really made the show a little bit more irritating to watch in Season 3. My opinion, of course. Limitless, Season 1, the only season on DVD. I'm a big fan of the Limitless movie with Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro. And I thought this TV show, which actually has Jennifer Carpenter in it, and then the guy that played Mike, I believe, on Shameless, Season 3. I think that was the season that he's in. And then they got canceled. I liked the show. I thought it was really entertaining, but unfortunately, I'm apparently one of the only people that watched the show. But I did like Limitless. Lost, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Love Lost. Lost, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Lost, Season 3 on Blu-ray. Lost, Season 4 on Blu-ray. Lost, Season 5 on Blu-ray. And Lost, Season 6, the final season on Blu-ray. Obviously, I'm covering Lost right now. This is the 4th time I've watched the show, and I absolutely love Lost. It's a 9.5 out of 10 for me, just because too many episodes per season. I don't like network shows that had 20 plus episodes. I think 10 to 12 is pretty solid. That's what I would prefer for seasons. 20 plus it's too much, but Lost is amazing. I love the show. I will defend it to the end, and I'm hoping that all of you are enjoying my Lost coverage on the channel. I've reached the legendary Crazy Coffee Man's favorite show of all time, Lucifer Season 1 on Blu-ray. Lucifer Season 2 on Blu-ray. Lucifer Season 3 on Blu-ray. Lucifer Season 4 on Blu-ray. Lucifer Season 5 on Blu-ray. And Lucifer Season 6, the final season on Blu-ray. Obviously, I covered it on the channel due to the fact that it was the legendary Crazy Coffee Man's favorite show of all time. I think the show was pretty good. Some of it I didn't necessarily understand. Maybe it's a show that I need to rewatch and I might like it more. But I would say Lucifer is a solid 7.5 out of 5. Season 4 being my favorite season of the show. Then we have Magic City, Season 1 and Season 2. I never watched this show. I bought it because Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in it, and then I didn't realize it was a show that took place in 1959, at least to start. Maybe someday I'll watch it. Probably unlikely, though. Melrose Place, Season 1 on DVD. Melrose Place, Season 2 on DVD. Melrose Place, Season 3 on DVD. This might be one that gets knocked over, probably. Melrose Place, Season 4 on DVD. Melrose Place, Season 5. Part 1 and Part 2 on DVD. I hate when they did 2 parts. Melrose Place Season 6 Part 1 and Part 2 on DVD. And Melrose Place Season 7, the final season, Part 1 and Part 2 on DVD. So Melrose Place was was my favorite show of all time at one point. Yeah, I know. I loved Melrose Place because I watched 90210. That made me start watching Melrose Place, and I absolutely loved Melrose Place. I thought the show was amazing. I lived vicariously through those characters. And again, I love the show. Obviously, it's not my favorite show of all time, but it was pretty solid, at least for the first 4 or 5 seasons. I don't remember when the show fell off, and I actually never watched all the episodes of Melrose Place. I think I need to watch more episodes of the final season. I've seen the finale, but I don't remember. I know I didn't watch the entire series, but I would say Melrose Place is a 6.5 out of 10. I know that there's a new Melrose Place show coming up, and the thought of reviewing it has crossed my mind, and maybe, just maybe, a lot of you want to see me talk about Melrose Place, which I wouldn't mind doing. It's a show that I haven't revisited yet, so that would be something interesting to do to see if I still like the show as much as I did when it first came out. The Night Agent, Season 1 on Blu-ray, and so far that's all we've gotten of The Night Agent, which is on Netflix. I really like Night Agent. I thought it was solid. I'd say right now, as of now, it's an 8 out of 10. Maybe more episodes will make it less entertaining, but I really like The Night Agent, and I'm interested to see where they go in Season 2 of The Night Agent. Orphan Black, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Orphan Black, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Orphan Black Season 3 on Blu-ray. Orphan Black Season 4 on Blu-ray. Orphan Black Season 5 on Blu-ray. And that's the final season of Orphan Black. I thought there was one more season, but it's a show that I watched one time. I liked it. I thought the earlier seasons were better, especially the first 3 seasons. I would give Orphan Black a 6.5 out of 10. I know there was like a spin-off show that came out that I didn't watch, but yeah, Orphan Black was okay. It's a show that, I would, necessarily recommend you watching it. I would recommend that you watch it if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Next, we have Ozark, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Ozark, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Ozark, Season 3 on Blu-ray. And then Ozark Season 4, the final season on Blu-ray. Obviously, this is a Japanese import. Turn the subtitles off, and it's completely fine to watch. Just some shows weren't released on physical media, although I think that got a release on DVD, but I would rather have a Blu-ray of it. And Ozark, I think, started out pretty solid. The last season, while it had some crazy moments, the finality of Ozark, in my opinion, is just terrible. One of the worst finales of all time. If you know what happened on the show, that's why I don't like it, because nothing really happens. So I suspect someday we might get more Ozark. Just a hunch. I could be wrong, though. Saved by the Bell, the first 2 seasons on DVD. Saved by the Bell, the college years on DVD. And then we have Saved by the Bell Hawaiian Style and Saved by the Bell Wedding in Las Vegas, which technically are movies on DVD. Obviously, I'm missing some seasons of Saved by the Bell, and Saved by the Bell, like Melrose Place, at one point was one of my favorite shows of all time because that's all I really watched when I was a kid. Melrose Place and Saved by the Bell in 90210, and then wrestling on Monday nights. So, obviously, everybody knows I absolutely love Tiffany Amber Thiessen, or she goes by Tiffany Thiessen now. She's my all-time favorite celebrity crush. I've met her twice, which is amazing that I've actually met her. And I don't know if I'll ever actually get the other 2 seasons of Saved by the Bell that I don't own, or Good Morning Miss Bliss, if that's even available. And then the new spin-off show that they had with the same characters on it, or I'm not going to get any of the new Class episodes, but they had the Peacock series, which I don't know if is available even to purchase. That, of course, got canceled after season 2. But Saved by the Bell, awesome. Mark Paul Gosselaar Jr. and Tiffany Thiessen and Mario Lopez were awesome. Elizabeth Berkey, too. Lark Voorhees, and, of course, the late Dustin Diamond. Pretty good cast on that show. I did like Saved by the Bell quite a bit. Shameless, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 3 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 4 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 5 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 6 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 7 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 8 on Blu-ray. Shameless, Season 9 on Blu-ray. And then Shameless, Season 10 on DVD, because they didn't release a Blu-ray, to my knowledge. And a Shameless, Season 11, the final season on DVD. Shameless was an amazing show at one point. And then it fell off because I think they tried to do it too long. It lasted too long. I think the first 7 or so seasons are really solid, in my opinion. And then I think some of season 8 is solid, but then the finale, like a lot of things change after that season 8 finale. Like a lot of characters just kind of leave the show. And, of course, season 9 of Shameless, another character leaves the show that we all love. So I would give Shameless a solid 7 out of 10. If they do better the last couple seasons, it could be a 9 out of 10. That's how good Shameless was. A really, really good show, and I would highly recommend watching it. Just be prepared for the last couple seasons are mostly garbage, in my opinion, although I'm not always right. We have all 7 seasons of The Shield. I think there's 7 seasons. I don't quite remember. This is an awesome show. Of course, Michael Chiklis is the star of the show. Really great cop show, and I love this Blu-ray box set. If I could open it, I guess I may. There we go. It's got like a badge in it, which is pretty cool. And then I don't like individual discs. Like I don't like a box of discs, but I think this is the best like looking thing where they have each thing as its own hole and it won't fall out, or its own slot, I should say. But Shield is an awesome show. Obviously, it's a little dated now, but it had some great, awesome moments on the show, and I really liked it. I give The Shield an 8.5 out of 10. It's a show that I definitely need to rewatch. I just haven't. I actually did reviews of The Shield on the channel, a couple of them, and then they were getting like 10 views. I'm like, oh, well, typically I don't stop reviewing something because of views, but in that case, I did. But it's very likely that I might go back to it at some point. Silos, Season 1 on Blu-ray, another Japanese import. And, of course, Season 2 is actually on Apple TV Plus right now. Not the whole series or the whole season, but a couple episodes. I liked Silos Season 1, although I don't remember a lot about it going into Season 2. But for now, what I've seen, and I don't like how Season 2 is started, I would say Silo is a 7 out of 10, possibly leaning towards an 8 out of 10, depending on how they end Season 2, which they're 3 episodes into right now. And then we have The Sinner Season 1 on Blu-ray. I liked Season 1 a lot, and then I didn't like the episodes of Season 2 that I watched, so I didn't even buy them. Really good show, at least for the first season. I would say that the first season, which has Bill Pullman and Jessica Biel in it, I would say the first season of The Sinner is a 7.5 out of 10. It's a really interesting show, but you know, it's a show that how much more can you do of what their premise of the show is? Okay, we have all the seasons of Smallville on DVD. This is another purchase recently that I don't even know if I'm ever going to watch, but I have all the seasons of the show. If I want to watch them, I think my roommate will probably want to watch this because he's more the comic book guy of the apartment. But 10 seasons of the show, and I'm sure there's like 25 episodes per season. I don't know if I have time to watch all that, but for some reason I wanted to buy the show. Sometimes I need to make better decisions when it comes to buying things, but that's not the brightest decision I've ever made, that's for sure. And we have all the seasons of The Sopranos. All 6 seasons of The Sopranos. I watched the first season of The Sopranos. I thought it was good. And then I watched like 4 episodes into season 2, and I didn't remember why I stopped watching it. I liked it. Sometimes I get busy with other stuff, and yeah, it's been like since 2016 or 2017 that I watched this. But I have it if I want to watch it. So maybe someday I'll actually revisit The Sopranos. Especially if a bunch of you comment, hey, do reviews of The Sopranos. Then I'm forced to. The Strain is season 1 on Blu-ray. The Sopranos was on Blu-ray. Oh, no, wait. Let me repeat that. The Strain season 1 on DVD. And The Sopranos was on Blu-ray, if I didn't mention that. The Strain Season 2 on Blu-ray. The Strain Season 3 on DVD. And The Strain Season 4 on DVD. So I really like The Strain. It's a really underrated show. It was on FX. I don't know if it's streaming on anywhere. Probably Hulu. But I really enjoyed it. I would say it's a solid 8 out of 10. I think, I don't know, I'd have to revisit the show. And that would be a show that I would like to rewatch. Because it's only 4 seasons. So it doesn't take forever to rewatch it and do reviews of it, but I really like The Strain. It was a pretty good show. If you're into the horror-esque stuff, check out The Strain. Stranger Things Season 1 on DVD. Stranger Things Season 2 on DVD. Stranger Things Season 3 on DVD. And Stranger Things Season 4 on DVD. Obviously, I do have the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray as well. They come in that big, tall VHS looking case, but I didn't include that just because it makes things fall over with different sizes of physical media depending on the case size. But obviously Stranger Things is an amazing show. Looking forward to the 5th and final season of Stranger Things whenever that actually takes place. I have yet to get a date, but maybe they have released a date. I plan on covering it on the channel, but I hate when a whole show gets released, everything in one day. I would rather have a daily or weekly videos for it, or weekly episodes. That way I don't have to cram everything really quickly to give people time to resonate and watch it. But Stranger Things is awesome. So far, I'd give Stranger Things, I'd say an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. Only a couple more stacks here left to go here. Alright, another series that I bought that I might never watch, but oh boy, do I have a lot of seasons to watch if I do watch it. Supernatural, all 15 seasons on Blu-ray. So I have watched the first episode of this like 5 years ago. It might be a show that I watch simply because it's going to be a long time before I can finish it. And like Big Bang Theory had lots and lots of episodes. So it'll take me 3 to 4 years to finish this on the channel. Maybe shorter than that, but a couple of years at least. Yeah, I don't know. I like, Jared Padalecki's in it. You got different people from different TV shows that are in it as well. It's definitely something that I could foresee myself watching, but God, it's got a lot of 15 seasons and like 20 plus episodes per season. It's going to take a while for me to finish. Tales from the Walking Dead on Blu-ray, and that's all they did thus far of Tales from the Walking Dead. It was okay, but I mean, there's only one episode that I really like, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Not saying it's bad, just not something that they could have done better with it. And I think they didn't. They could have had different people on the show that were actually in The Walking Dead, and they only chose to have one person, which I think if they would have had multiple, it would have been a lot better. True Blood is Season 1 on Blu-ray. True Blood Season 2 on Blu-ray. True Blood Season 3 on Blu-ray. True Blood Season 4 on Blu-ray. True Blood Season 5 on Blu-ray. True Blood Season 6 on Blu-ray. And True Blood, the 7th and final season on Blu-ray. So True Blood had some really good seasons, and then it had some not so good seasons. I think it has, at least from memory, which I haven't rewatched, but one of the worst finales of all time just because of the stuff that they do in the show. It really pissed me off. But it did have some really good moments on the show, and that can't be forgotten, as I'm worried that one of these piles is going to fall over here at any point in time here. But True Blood, again, mostly bad, but some good. I'll give True Blood a 5.5 out of 10. I mean, some of it was that bad. Down to my last couple stacks here, so this should go pretty quickly here. Twisted Metal, Season 1 on Blu-ray, another Japanese import to actually own it. Although I think once Season 2 comes out of this, they'll probably release it on Blu-ray or DVD, but they just haven't yet because Season 2 hasn't come out yet. Vampire Diaries, Season 1 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries, Season 2 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries, Season 3 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries Season 4 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries Season 5 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries Season 6 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries Season 7 on Blu-ray. Vampire Diaries Season 8 and the final season on Blu-ray. So I watched the first 3 to 5 episodes of this and bought it recently. I don't know if I'll ever revisit it, but I have it if I want to. I believe that the show is on Max, so I didn't necessarily have to buy it, but you never know when they'll get it off of streaming, so that's why I buy things, because I don't really want to get all these random streaming sites to watch things. And now we have my favorite show of all time, The Walking Dead, Season 1 on Blu-ray. At least for the moment it is. Maybe I'll change my mind, though, next time I'll do my favorite TV shows of all time ranking. The Walking Dead Season 2 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 3 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 4 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 5 on Blu-ray. I love this cover. It's awesome. It's in my backdrop. It's hidden behind other posters now, though. The Walking Dead Season 6 on Blu-ray. An amazing season. This is like Dexter Season 4 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 7 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 8 on Blu-ray. Not a big fan of that season. The Walking Dead Season 9 on Blu-ray. The Walking Dead Season 10 on Blu-ray. And finally, The Walking Dead Season 11, the final season of the main Walking Dead show on Blu-ray. I've never been so invested in a show in my life. I was so invested in The Walking Dead. I watched all 11 seasons. I started watching The Walking Dead in Season 2 and watched every episode, almost every episode when it premiered. Oh, there was twice. Once I went out to dinner and didn't get back until like a half an hour into the episode. It was I don't remember what season it was. And then I think there was one other time. And of course, you have the premieres that happen at 3 o'clock in the morning for the streaming that I might have been an hour late to, but it was like 2 or 3 times that I didn't watch the episode right when I could watch the new episode of The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I know I gave Breaking Bad a 9.5. I gave Dexter a 9.5. Lost, I probably gave that 2, and Game of Thrones a 9, I think. But The Walking Dead, just because of how into the show I was, I have to give it a really high score because I loved The Walking Dead. But now we got all these spin-off shows, and I'm starting to get a little annoyed. Like, oh, now I got to watch this spin-off show, and this spin-off show, and this spin-off show. So I'm getting a little irritated with the spin-off shows, I must admit. But they're good. They're good quality. Just, it's more, I thought it was the end, and now we just get all these spin-off shows. So I would prefer an ending, like make an ending in a year or two, and that'll be it for me. Now we have the spin-off shows, speaking of them. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 1 on Blu-ray Steelbook. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Season 1 on Blu-ray Steelbook. I wish that would have been in 4K. And The Walking Dead, Dead City, Season 1 on Blu-ray. No Steelbook for that one. These spin-off shows are really good quality. They're all at least a 9. My issue with the Daryl Dixon show is that it's hard to pronounce the places they're in because it's in France and the Europe setting and the things that they call people, and just it's annoying because I can't get everything perfect on that show, but they're all solid spinoffs. It's just how many seasons of the spinoff shows we're going to have is just ridiculous. Just let's get one and done and be over with the series and then reboot it in 5 years. But pretty awesome spin-off shows thus far of The Walking Dead. The main spin-off shows. Then we have The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1 on Blu-ray. And The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2, the final season on Blu-ray. I thought I was going to hate The Walking Dead World Beyond based on the comments and the things I heard about The Walking Dead World Beyond. And other than the first couple episodes of The Walking Dead World Beyond, I actually liked The Walking Dead World Beyond. I was really entertained by it. It was very surprising when I watched that earlier this year to be ready for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, because some of the stuff that happens in World Beyond is kind of explained for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. But I liked it. As far as my score for The Walking Dead World Beyond, since it's done, at least for the moment, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it was really solid. Maybe if I'd rewatch it, I'd have more things to complain about, but I liked The Walking Dead World Beyond. It was entertaining, and I was surprised that was the case. All right, another box set here that I haven't watched yet, and that would be The Wire. All 5 seasons of The Wire on Blu-ray. It's a show that my roommate really liked, a previous roommate, and he wanted me to buy it. He watched it all, and I didn't watch any of it. I don't know if I'll ever watch it, but I have it if I want to. It's just I watched, I guess I should say, I watched some of it as he was watching it, but I wasn't really paying attention. But from what I watched, it was kind of slow, and I don't know if I'd really like it. I'd be watching it for a job, essentially, and I don't want to do that. Yellowjackets Season 1 on Blu-ray. Yellowjackets Season 2 on Blu-ray. And then Season 3 of Yellowjackets, I believe, comes out on Valentine's Day. So I liked the first season of Yellowjackets. I thought the second season dropped the ball a bit. So far, my score of the show would probably be a 7 out of 10. I like some of the things they did. It's kind of like a horror version of Lost. So I do like it, but Season 2 was not as good as Season 1. You, Season 1 on DVD. Love this season. You, Season 2 on DVD. Didn't like that as much. And then You, Season 3 on DVD, which I like this season as well. They do have a 4th season. I don't know if you can purchase it anywhere, but I was struggling through each episode of You, Season 4, which at the point, I don't know if I'd ever buy it because I didn't like it. I know what happens now because I read a little bit about it, because I was literally falling asleep twice per episode and not enjoying them. Like Hannibal, I'm enjoying, but I just can't seem to stay awake. But You has some really good moments. If you're a fan of Dexter or Sweet Pea, I would recommend You, because it's a good and entertaining show, but be prepared for Season 4 of You. And then lastly, we have Young Sheldon Season 1 on Blu-ray and Young Sheldon Season 2 on Blu-ray. So for Young Sheldon, that's all I have. I've watched the first season in full, and I watched the premiere and the finale of Season 2. So I think they did 7 or 8 seasons of the show, so I got some catching up to do. Obviously, being a big fan of The Big Bang Theory, I do hope to watch all of Young Sheldon at some point. It's just going to be time-consuming. It's a network show, so there's like 20-plus episodes per season, and I don't know if I have time for that. But from what I watched of Young Sheldon, I would say it's a strong 7 out of 10, maybe even 7 out of 5, 7.5 out of 10. So there you have it. Those are all the TV show seasons that I currently own. I'm sure I'll add more to this next year and probably do this video at some point next year, depending on how many I have. Maybe earlier, maybe later. We shall see. Or maybe this just will be a Christmas video that I do every year. Like my full, complete movie collection video is always on New Year's Day. And maybe I'll just do this every Christmas. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If there's any shows that I have all the seasons to in this video and you want me to cover the show, if I haven't done it already, make sure you leave a comment with your thoughts. Like, hey, review all the episodes of Sopranos. I won't necessarily be happy about that, but hey, you know what? Maybe my opinion will change and I'll absolutely love it if you pick a show that I'm not super fond of, but then I end up enjoying it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, if you want to see my previous video, click right here. Support the channel by subscribing. Sound off in the comment section with all your thoughts. And share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.